Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at another method for writing an essential question. So that was just, you had some content, you know what your content is, but really when we started just now talking about the language arts standards and saying, how could we write that overarching question? Now we're going to look at a standard and write a question for a standard. And of course I chose the new science standards. So on your table there is a pink pack paper. You all have the same standard at your table, so you will not be moving this time. And I have an example up here of what you're going to do. So this is one of the, I think this is a kindergarten standard about pushes and pulls. Uh-oh. We're happy about kindergarten. And so just so you know how to read the coding at the front, whatever the number is, that's the grade level. If it says K, it's kinder. So some of you may have 5th grade standards. Now I hear, all right. So here's an example on the screen, though, for you. So with this one, it was plan and carry out investigations to compare the effect of different strengths or different directions of pushes and pulls on the motion of objects. So this is very similar to when you're unpacking your standards, which I believe that you've been through before, unpacking standards, where you're going to look for nouns and verbs. And what you're doing is you're just pulling out those important parts of the standard to be able to know what those understandings and skills will be for your students. So almost developing your learning goal in a way. So here's what I did. I highlighted out, so kids are planning and carrying out investigations. That's what they're doing. And they're comparing. And they're going to be looking at different strengths and different directions. So the 2 questions that I thought of to come up was, how do things move? Very simplistic for a kindergartner, because they might think, well, how do things move? My 4-year-old would have the question, how does that move? Or how do things affect how objects move? So those are just 2 sample questions. So now what I'm going to have you do is look at the one that you have, and I am going to bring around a piece of paper, large paper, and I'm going to have you just write down your question, and we're going to put it up, and we will be sharing our attempt at writing our next question, and this is not the last attempt you'll have. So we'll share our questions, and hopefully you'll enjoy this one as much as the last one. What questions do you have?